Hi, I'm Danny, and this is Mysterious Things. And welcome. If you've not been to my channel before, welcome back if you have. And I'll get to the tarot readings in just a minute. But what I really want to do right now is talk a little bit about Portland. I live in Oregon, and I love Oregon, and I love Portland. It is a sweet, funny little city. And I am just heartbroken by what people are saying about it being such a terrible place. You know, what's being done, every American should be up in arms. They should say, what the hell is going on? Why are we tolerating this? Can you imagine if Joe Biden spent millions of dollars in a Republican city sending in National Guard? There'd be all kinds of uproar. And our only reaction to this kind of extreme lying and absurd, un American actions of Donald Trump and his authoritarian regime should be disgust and anger. Yet instead of reacting with horror, my sweet Portlanders have their own way of dealing with the hellhole occupied war zone that is their city. Take a look. Well, let's take a look at what energies are surrounding Portland right now. Okay, let me grab a deck of cards and we'll see what's going on in Portland. You gotta love the frogs. They just had their naked bike ride, I think this last weekend. It's an annual bike ride that Portlanders do, and everybody gets naked and goes through the town. Yeah, Portland is a little weird, but we like it that way. Who wants to be the same old boring city? Mostly when I go to Portland, all you see are people walking around and baby strollers and going to coffee shops. There are a lot of coffee shops, and there's a lot of craft beer places, and there are a lot of craft cocktail places too. If you like a great cocktail, Portland is the place. Okay, let's see what the energies are around Portland. Yeah, we have some little messages that are going out. I think that all of the street bunnies and the street froggies and the little unicorns are all sending a little message, a sweet little message. And yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to do what they want to in Portland. I think that the energy there is just no, sorry, not happening. We have all these upside down cards. This whole family who wants to play 10 of Cups. It's the energy is changing. It's going to be new. It's not the old. It's not going to be what Trump wants it to be. Here he is right here. And he's very sad because he has lost all of those opportunities. So I'm going to take a few more cards because that is the energy here. We have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, Portland is kind of feels like they got their back against the wall. It is a big government, and if we're doing a lot of fighting, a lot of the sun, though. The sun is coming. So, things are going to work out for Portland just fine. They've got the ups and downs and things like that are going on. But, yeah, Trump's going to walk away. He's going to walk away. He's not going to continue there. Oh, he'll probably leave a few the ICE agents and things there, but I don't think he's going to bring the military in. Yeah. Yeah, he's still boxed in. I think legally that the governor and the attorney general there are working hard to, there they are working hard to get him out of their secrets. And it's moving fast. So I think very soon we're going to hear that courts are going to rule against him being in Portland. And I love that LA said no, and Illinois said no, and Portland said, hey, have a donut. Okay. So let's go on today with something else. Yeah, I got a question earlier about the people that are getting laid off and actually fired from the government shutdown. They sent the Mike Johnson sent everybody away for 2 weeks, and now he's extended it to another 2 weeks. So it doesn't look like anything's happening very soon on the legislative front. He can always call them back in, though. But he's kind of between a rock and a hard place, I think. He would like to blame everything on the Democrats, but he can't. With the Republicans in power, and they've got all the branches. People are seeing that it's the Republicans who are blocking this, not the Democrats. No matter how many times they say it, you just can't cover up the truth. So let's hear about the job situation. Oh, I have the Page of Cups. The page got that little fish in there. See, in the cup. Yeah. So, this is opportunities. I think some people are going to take while they're laid off. They're actually not going to go back. They don't want to go back. They've got some other things going. They've been watching and planning. They knew this was going to happen or might happen to them. So they stash some things away for when the trouble starts. And they're going to be just fine. Now, we do have some partnerships that are going to be broken, and it's going to be slow coming back. So they're not going to all rush back at the end of this time. Some of them have been permanently fired. They will be probably be, let's see what's going on with the ones that were permanently fired. Swords. You see, he has a sword in his hand, and those on the ground. So, some of them are going to be coming back. They're going to have some legal issues, and they are going to be able to get their jobs back with their full pay. And then others of them will have found other opportunities and that they like better, and they'll be doing that. And they are already in a strong position. They may already have they've been planning on this happening for a while. So some of them are coming back, and they're going to get their back pay, and some of them are not. And I don't think it's necessarily going to be the government's decision. I think that some will be asked to come back and they won't. I'm going to ask about the air traffic controllers because that really worries me. Are we in danger of anything going on there with air traffic controllers? I don't know. I don't want to fly. I've got some trips coming up planned, and just worrying me a bit. Air traffic controllers, are they going to be okay? Oh, right now they're not okay. They are not okay. You can see all those swords coming. They're unhappy. This is like the final straw for some of them. They've been jerked around, up and down, laid off, pulled back, and they're just tired of it. They are absolutely tired of it, and they're tired of all the chaos. That possibly, that's the tower they're working in. The air traffic controllers. They're really unhappy. We've got the Knight of Cups. He's looking into the future. He's holding a cup, and he's got something against his forehead. I don't know what. Looks like he's holding a dead bird or something. That's weird. Anyway, the wind is in his face, so he's going against the wind. He's got his little emotional cup of emotions there, and he's they're not getting paid. That's really hard for them. That's really hard for them. We've got this in the dark. They're not coming very soon. Some of them feel like they need to go. They need to get out of there. they are hoping for some judgment on whether or not they're going to be able to get paid. If they get back pay, then Trump's promised that they get back pay. If they get back pay, it might not be so bad. But if you've got a bill coming up and you call them up and you say, hey, I'm an air traffic controller and I'm not going to get paid right now. Do you think that business is going to wait for their bill to get paid, that credit card company, that phone bill, that electric bill? Maybe the electric bill, because they can't shut you off, I don't think. But the phone, possibly. This is going to cost Trump a lot. It's going to cost him a lot because he's not, this is not, and here they're sneaking away with some stuff. There's more underhanded things going on around this air traffic control things. People want to leave. They're really not happy. I don't know how Trump's making money off this, but somehow there's some money being made from this situation, and that he's getting to put in his pocket. The world sees this and is watching because they don't want to land their planes over here with our air traffic controllers unhappy either. Now, of course, none of our air traffic controllers would want to cause a problem or an accident or anything like that. But when you're tired and you're short-staffed or you have new staff because your old ones have just had it and have left, that accidents happen. Let's see if there's going to be any kind of a plane accident. Is there going to be any kind of a plane accident caused by the air traffic control system? Oh, I hope not. I'm hoping not. Air traffic control, any kind of an accident. Caused during this shutdown. To be any kind of an accident caused during this shutdown. Oh, dropped it. There it is. No, I don't see anything here. It looks to me like here he is again, and everybody's still unhappy. But I do see that there's going to be a wait. It's going to be a while here, and what's going to happen is that the judiciary is going to come in and say, you're working these guys, you got to pay these guys. So they're going to have some lawsuits over it. And things are going to be fine. There's not going to be I don't think there's going to be an accident. I think that there's growth out of this, that what's going to come out of this. I don't think this is going to happen to them again for a long, long time. So if they hang in there, they're going to be good. There's no accident in store that I see. I see that there are some plans, but these plans are all upside down. Look at all these plans that are going on. And what's at the end of the plans is death. So if you take these plans, all of these, look at very closely, they are lines, just like the airport, the airline, the plane would go down through these lines. Those may be the airport runways. And the death card was actually upside down. So I'd say that was not going to end in death, but they may have some problems on runways. And there's a big pot of money here. And the Nine of Cups. There's an ending, and it's not a bad. It's this is not a bad ending. It's going to end before there's a problem. There might be little problems along the way, but they're making plans, and the airport, they're rerouting things. So I think that the airports are all trying their best, and I think that everybody's going to be fine. So that's a really good thing. Okay. I'm gonna leave this here today. It's gonna be a short one. I have done another video on my other channel, The Secret Ledger. This is about financial crimes. And what I was going to do was read Nobody's Girl, which is Virginia Giuffre's new book that's coming out. It's not coming out to the 21st. But in doing the research, I found a document that she had written years ago. And so I thought, as a precursor to that, to me reading the book, I will read that little story. It was quite long, actually, several chapters. Today I read chapter 1. You can go over there and take a look at it. And I'm doing this because I believe that. Oh, and that I can ask the cards. Are these men on the Epstein list? And not just Epstein. Do you realize that she was trafficked before she met Epstein? She was trafficked by someone called Ron. I can't remember the last name, so I'm not going to say it. But he was arrested, convicted, and sentenced to only 21 months for trafficking women from the Czech Republic. And he just happened to pick her up alongside the street when she was only 14 years old and started trafficking her. So I didn't know this, and so I'm reading this, and I'm asking for you to come on, read it too. Maybe there's something you would like to comment on, or some insight that you have about her ordeal. Poor kid. Okay. Is the Virginia Giuffre book going to be a bestseller? And is it going to cause or help get the Epstein files released? Well, I'd say that's a yes. That knight is charging in with the truth of his sword. Okay. Yep. Sun shining and bright with that page of pentacles. It's her words from a little girl to an adult. Yeah, they're going to skewer some of these guys. And it's going to happen pretty quickly. They're going to take a real bright light and shine it on these guys. Yep. They're going to pay. They're going to pay. Maybe not all of them, but there's a lot of them that are going to pay, and they're deathly afraid of that. So that's it for today. I'll see you next Sunday. Bye-bye.
We took the freedom of speech away because that's been through the courts, and the court said you have freedom of speech. But what has happened is when they burn a flag, it agitates and irritates crowds. They've never seen anything like it on both sides, and you end up with riots. So we're going on that basis. We're looking at it not from the freedom of speech, which I always felt strongly about, but never passed the courts.